Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone. I am Queen Tanya. I am new to this, but I'm trying to get it together. I first want to wish everyone a happy New Year's. Be blessed, your family be blessed. But right now, my spirit's kind of out of whack with all of this that's going on. But I was listening to this young lady, Michelle Loud. So I just thought I'd listen to what she has to say back then, because you always have to go back to the beginning. But without further ado, let's listen.
planning and conniving to take my son Jason. After I had my son Jason, because while I was pregnant with Jason, I was depressed. Mentally, physically, spiritually, I was fucking depressed. You understand what I'm saying? So when I had Jason, I went into postpartum depression. I never dealt with that in my whole entire life or having children. I never dealt with postpartum depression. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to deal with it. I just know that I was dealing with it. You know, and she took that and she prayed on my vulnerability to the point where she had me in front of a fucking MacBook recording and asking me questions, talking about it was counseling, but it wasn't counseling. Because later on down the line, a few years later, she would then use that evidence against me in court when I went to fight for my son. Okay? She used that shit against me. Okay? What was supposed to be for healing, what was supposed to be for ministry, what was supposed to be for all of that, she used it against me in court to take my son, okay? Now, I don't know how many mothers has dealt with postpartum depression, but that shit is fucking real, okay? It causes you to be detached from your child. It causes you to feel like, you know, maybe you don't love your child. You know, this shit is real. And in my case, it caused a detachment. Not that I didn't love him, but I didn't feel close and connected with him because of the postpartum depression, not because of who I am as a mom. And that bitch prayed on that shit. And when you fight against people with money, and I'm talking about real money, that shit is hard as fuck. I represented myself in trial by myself. And I had to sit up there and come to the agreement because I didn't know how to fight no more. They paid my lawyer off. They paid the judge off. They didn't even want to submit their income documents or health documents, nothing, to the point where they had even their little minions around them doing the work for you. You know what I'm saying? That girl for a whole year straight after I had my baby did whatever she could to put it in my head that my baby was not for me, to the point where she brought down a so-called prophet by the name of Gaylena, okay? And they performed this whole little, I call it an exorcist now. And me laying on the floor, speaking in tongues over me, pouring all over me. Then she comes up with this elaborate story talking about I didn't have Jason for myself, that I had Jason for CORA and Brandon Coleman. And how she could see Brandon sitting on some type of throne. And it was my son that was sitting on his lap, and he was just laughing and playing. To the point where CORA told me after I had my son Liam that God gave me Liam so that Jason's real brother could come. Who the fuck is Jason's real brother? Because bitch, it sure ain't no child coming from you because you can't have kids. She can't have kids. You understand what I'm saying? The bitch can't have kids. I'm not the first person that she tried this with, but I'm the only person that she got this fucking for with. And I'm tired of being quiet. To the point now, from 2018 to now, Brittany Coleman was locked up on May 4th for sexually assaulting the daughter, the adopted daughter of Mari. And it wasn't just a one-time offense. It was continuous sexual assault. So now I gotta sit here and I gotta think, well, did he touch my baby? Did he touch my baby? You understand what I'm saying? I haven't seen my child since 2018. They keep him from me. I don't know where they stay. I don't know where they live. I don't know their day-to-day thing. I don't know anything. This whole fucking time. And this man has been a motherfucking molester in your motherfucking home, but you so worried about making this home, making this family, having these kids that you're willing to steal, kill, and destroy other people's lives, other people's families. I can't tell y'all how many times my baby sit up here and ask me for their brother. Mama, when we gonna see Jason? Mama, when is Jason coming home? And I don't have an answer to give them. I don't have an answer to tell them. I've reached out to so many people. I've reached out to so many people that I thought loved me, that I thought had my back, that I thought rode for me. You know what I'm saying? And I reached out to so nobody helped me. Nobody helped me. I'm talking from godparents. I'm talking about the people in the church. That's why I don't go to church no more. That's why I be saying, fuck church. It's deeper than just, oh, you get pregnant, you get hurt, you get sit down. So, no, these people stole my whole fucking child. They have fucked up my whole fucking life, including my kids' life. And I'm talking about Bishop Teddy J's daughter, Cora Jakes Coleman, and her molested husband, Brittany Coleman. That's who the fuck I'm talking about right now. I've been dealing with these people and going to trial and fighting for my child since 2017. 2017. We are in 2022. I've already tried, and it takes some money to get a private investigator. Y'all gotta understand, these are multi-million-dollar people, and it's little old me. It's little old me fighting for my son being lied to in the courtroom because they paying the judge off. And it's so coincidentally, after my case was over, after I had to come to agreement, they made me come to agreement over a video and some motherfucking weed. But let the truth be told, bitch, I used to go get weed for them. For Cora and Brandon. So let's just let the truth be told. Let's just put it all out here. Because I'm sick and tired of keeping my mouth closed. I'm sick and tired of going day to day, not knowing where my baby is. Not knowing if he's okay or not. Y'all motherfuckers think just because people got money, their kids is safe. That is farthest from the truth. That's farthest from the truth. And I'm just so tired of being scared. I'm so tired of being scared for my life. Like, if I speak out, are they going to come try to find me and kill me? Are they going to try to come find me and take everything I've worked so hard for up until this point now? Like, what's going to happen to my children if I speak up? I can't live in fear no more. Because I'm sitting here wondering if Brandon could touch Amari on a continuous basis. Happening to my son in that household. What's happening to my son? Jason Lamont Caleb Brown. What's happening to him? Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. And I'm just supposed to be quiet. I've reached out to them. I'm not just going live now to be going live. I've reached out to them. I've messaged them. I've messaged their family members. I've messaged friends of them. I've messaged people, and I've been messaging people, and I'm tired of being quiet. Nobody's responding. Nobody's reaching back out to me. Nobody did. They just want me. They think that I'm just gonna be quiet and let things continue as they've been. No, I'm not doing that no more. And I don't care what the cost is. I don't care what it's gonna cost me in it, because I sacrificed my my life, and I'll lay down my life for my baby and for my children. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. From the point of First Lady telling me, oh, I know it's wrong while we're in court. Oh, I know it's wrong. And we've had a meeting with court. And all the siblings think, and Bishop thinks it's wrong. But you know, ultimately it's court's decision. So you mean to tell me, y'all the money, y'all the backing behind anything she's able to do. Because y'all pay her. You mean to tell me it's her decision to take a child from a mother because she can't have children? And you gonna back her while doing it, knowing that she's crazy, knowing that she's mentally unstable, knowing that y'all had to send her out to centers to get help. You gonna look me in my eye and tell me that ultimately it's her decision when you're the one paying for the lawyer, you're the one paying out the judge, you're the one paying the lawyer to knock out my lawyer to throw the motherfucking case. I am tired. I am sick of being tired. And I'm tired of motherfuckers not listening to me. When I've been trying to let people know what the fuck is going on. But now that everything's coming out, everybody got something to say. Oh, I feel so. Don't feel bad for her. What you sow is what you reap. What you sow is what you reap. I just can't take it no more. I can't deal with it no more. I can't hold this hurt and this burden no more. And I don't want no woman to ever go through and experience what I've had to experience because of Cora Jakes Coleman and because of Brandon Coleman and because of Bishop T.D. Jakes or First Lady Jakes or their family. I don't want nobody to experience this hurt, to experience this pain of having a baby, going through postpartum depression, and thinking that one of your best friends is there to help you. She started all this out by godparents. I'm the godparent. I can't tell y'all how many messages she used to send me daily about adoption. I can't tell y'all how many times she tried to offer me money to take my son. And when I said no to that, that's when the threats started coming. When I wouldn't take the money, that's when the threats started coming. And I don't have no reason to lie. I put that on my dad's son's grave. I put it on my dad's son's grave. I put it on my dad's son's grave. When I said no to the money, when I said, no, you can't pay me for my motherfucking child, I had enough sense. I had enough sense to know I'm not taking no fucking money. I know I'm fucked up in the head right now, but I know I'm not giving you my child. I kept telling that bitch that. So she concocted a plan. She kept every receipt of everything she ever bought my son, everything she ever did for my son, every place she ever took my son. Making doctor's appointments and not even notifying me of the doctor's appointment so that I wouldn't be there, so that it could be documented. To the point where she told me she was taking my son out of town and she needed me to sign a waiver so my son can travel with them. I didn't think nothing of it. I just signed it. I didn't even read it. I just signed it because I trusted my friend. Well, when we go to court, find out it was a legal guardianship paper that I signed, not some type of waiver to clear him to ride with her and her husband or travel with her and her. And she had me set up from the motherfucking beginning. From the motherfucking beginning, she had me set up. So this whole time I'm thinking, oh, she's helping me. I'll leave them over there because I still had to work. You know what I'm saying? I still had other kids that I had to take care of. And at the time, I was working a warehouse job. And I was working like 12-hour shifts, 16-hour shifts. So I was literally going to work, coming home, sleeping for a couple hours, getting back up, going back to work because all I had was me. All I had was me. All my kids had was me. I didn't have no other help with income. I didn't have no other help with nothing. All I had was me. You understand what I'm saying? She tried to make it seem like because my family didn't come from a lot of money like her family, that my child would be better off with them. Those are the type of things that she used to put in my motherfucking head. Because they had so much money, my child would be better off with them. Because my family didn't come from all that money. As if something is wrong with living in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house in Echo Heights, Fort Worth. Like a child couldn't be raised there temporarily. She made it like anything around me was detrimental to my child. To the point where me and my mom got into it, and I had to call the police, and I had to get out, and I was gonna go to a shelter. I was gonna go to a shelter, but because it was the same shelter that her ex-friend, they friends now, Monet Cullins, oh, because I'm going to tell it all. You better believe I'm going to tell it all. Yeah, and they used to fuck around too. They not friends, they're fuck buddies. They fuck in the door. Court Jakes Coleman is gay in the door. Bisexual in the door. But to the masses and to the world, she's this old wholesome wife. Fuck all that. Because I'm tired. Fuck all that. They was fucking in the dark. Somebody caught too much feelings. I don't know if it was Cora, I don't know if it was Monet, but somebody got caught too much feelings. Brandon didn't like it. So Brandon basically like how he did me when he saw that I was a real ass bitch. I'm a real ass friend. When he saw that, it's like he had to cast all the real people that was around her away. Where it was only him that was controlling whatever the situation was. But Brandon didn't like it. So they threw Monet out in the middle of the night with nowhere to go. Okay? Because they felt like he felt like she was getting too close. Because she's sitting up there eating his wife at court. They eating each other out. They fucking. They taking trips and fucking. They doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? But you this minister, you this pastor, and you going across the world teaching about it, preaching about it like it's an abomination, but you doing it behind closed doors. You doing it behind closed doors. Okay? So when that shit didn't work, he made her kick, I guess, the mistress. She's the mistress. He made her kick her out. Okay, now mind you, Monet was in the house. So Cora never was just taking care of Jason. Okay, she had Brittany's parents moved down to help and take care of Jason. She had Monet, but when they left, she had Monet move in to help take care of Jason. When she left, she had Keisha to move in and help take care of Jason. I was there for about 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And I was the one feeding, cleaning, changing diapers, doing Jason's hair, all of that. She never had the responsibility. It was always on somebody else, okay? But she wanted this look. She wanted this look. She wanted to present to the world that she was this type of person, but behind closed doors, she's not. They're not. They are not. The people who they get on stage and preach and teach and say they are not. Bishop has yet to sit down with me face to face. First Lady has yet to sit down with me face to face since 2014. They just keep paying shit out for their daughter or daughters or sons. Because we all remember what happened with Jermaine. Because at this point, no family member is off limits. And I don't give a fuck. Come at me with what you got. I don't give a fuck no more. I don't have nothing to lose no more, but everything to gain. So I don't give a fuck. A mother love knows no boundaries, and I will never stop fighting for my child. Y'all need to understand that right now. I will never stop fighting for my child. I will never stop fighting for the relationship that I need to have with my son, that I carry, that I had, that I never wanted to give up. And hell is coming with me. Hell is coming with me. Hell is coming with me because I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of reaching out. I'm tired of trying to do this behind closed doors and I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not going to go another year without seeing my baby. That shit hurts like hell, bro. That shit eats me up every motherfucking day, bro. Y'all see laughing Michelle, happy Michelle, all this Michelle because I gotta do that because I gotta keep pressing on. I gotta keep moving on because I have children. I have other children. I have other children, and I have to show them how to be strong and how to persevere and how to get through shit. But I'm not gonna keep it silent no more. Not especially after this nigga just got locked up for motherfucking rape and molestation of Amari. And my child is in a home as well. I'm beyond concerned. It's beyond concern at this point. It's sickening. It is sickening. It's sickening. Continuous. It says continuous sexual assault. Continuous means it didn't just happen once. It happened on multiple occasions. And so what now? Now because it didn't happen so many times, now you want to lock them up and throw away the key? Well, you just now finding out? I'm already just now saying something. What about Jason? Y'all did all that lying, sneaking, conniving, all that shit to take somebody's child. So you can have a perfect family because you can't have children. You get on stand and lie and say, well, you lied to the world in your face and said the reason you can't have children is because of your PCOS. No, bitch, the reason you can't have children is because you had an abortion when you was pregnant by Nick DeBase. And you had an abortion. You went and had an abortion, CORA Jakes Coleman, and that shit fucked up your insides to the point where you can't have no baby. That's what the fuck happened. You would never be able to have a baby. But you go and you preach this faith in this shit. You go and you have your parents spend all this type of money on IVF treatments and all this shit, but you know you ain't gonna be able to have a baby. When I tell you this girl is senile crazy, to the point where she telling us that she done got raped at one of her motherfucking daddy's galas or something, blood dripping all over. It's like a big dramatic story, right? Blood dripping all over her, and she's walking through the crowd and nobody noticed her, not even her dad. Nobody know her, not even her dad. Nobody knew you was walking through a motherfucking party with blood all over you, your clothes ripped, face beat up. Nobody noticed you, bitch. You lying. You're lying. Like you been lying. Like you lie and manipulate to get her fucking way. If Lisa Owens would have agreed to give her child, Lisa would have been the first victim. But Lisa had a mama that was standing behind her, talked some sense into her, and Lisa kept her forth back. But her and Lisa like this. But when Lisa was with me, she always say, yeah, it's wrong. What they doing is wrong. I see it. Everybody always say they see it. Everybody always say they see it. And I'm not getting off this line. Everybody always say they see it. And they know, and it's wrong, but don't nobody do nothing about it. I'm tired of people not doing nothing about it. Don't nobody do nothing about it. She got her minions around her and shit. We're talking about women that has had multiple children and single mothers. How the fuck are you gonna agree with this woman to try to say that because I have 3 kids, it's gonna be hard raising 4 kids, and I might not need to do it? Yeah, Jason is better off with you. What the fuck does that fucking? That don't even make fucking sense. If you can take care of one, you can take care of two. If you can take care of two, you can take care of three. If you can take care of three, you can take care of four. Trust me, I got 4 living in a home, and baby, we don't miss a beat. It's not a day that they not fitted. It's not a day that they don't have clothes and shoes on. It's not they got bikes, they got hoverboards, they got games, they got whatever the fuck they ask for, whatever the fuck they want. Cause I get up and I make it happen every day. But to tell a mother who's going through postpartum depression already, when you say something like that to a mother who's dealing with postpartum depression, it creates doubt in the head. Although what the reality is that it can get done, it will get done, and it shall get done. But postpartum depression don't speak to the mind like that. And that bitch knew that. Okay? She fucking knew that. She told the nurse that I was dealing with postpartum depression while I was at the hospital after I had Jason. The bitch created a whole binder, right? Inside the binder, it has, shapes, colors, or whatever. I guess it was supposed to be like his little lesson plan. Now, mind you, this is stuff that I am finding while I'm living with them, okay? This is not something that I knew prior to. This is stuff that I'm finding while I'm living with them, okay? It's this red folder, this red binder. It's probably not even existing no more. They probably didn't got rid of it or whatever they had to do. Tag the Shade Room, tag Showbuzz, tag Entertainment Tonight, tag whatever outlet can get this story out because I'm tired. I'm tired. And I'm coming for what's mine. You better believe that. I'm coming for what's mine. If Michael Keith Loud ain't raising up in me, oh, he raising up in me today. And William Powell. My ancestors are definitely raising up in me today because I'm fucking tired. I'm sick of their asses. I'm sick of them. It's this red folder, this red binder, okay? Inside the binder, you got the colors, you got the shapes or whatever. When you go to the back page, and it's a page with her name, with her picture, Cora's picture, her name, and it lists who she is to Jason. Mama, caregiver, caretaker, all this extra shit. And on the side, it has Brandy's name, and it lists all the extra shit like that. I'm living in a home with them, and she tells me that my son can't call me mama, that I'm not his mother. I have emails, okay? I have emails. So she tried to say that I'm lying. I have emails. I have emails, okay, from her saying this, okay? I have emails. So she can't say that I'm lying because I got proof. I'm not speaking out the side of my neck, okay? I'm speaking real facts because I don't have time to lie and get sued for defamation of character because everything that I'm saying is facts. Okay, so let's just be clear. Okay? The bitch was trying to tell me that I'm not Jason's mother. To the point where she, like I said earlier, I came home from having Liam, my youngest. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm hot. I'm straight. Forgive me. I came to her house after I had Liam, right? She's sitting there. She's pulling Liam. I'm cleaning up the guest room downstairs because they used to stay in Grand Prairie off Canyon Springs Drive. Downstairs. And she tells Liam, or tells Jason, Liam had to come so your real brother would come. I look and I say, who is Jason's real brother? At that point, that's when bugs started going off in my head like, bitch, wake the fuck up, get out of Twilight Zone, bitch. I don't know what you dealing with postpartum depression, but bitch, you done got yourself in. It's like all of a sudden I woke up then when she said that. I was like, who is Jason's brother? You know what I'm saying? Because if Jackson comes from me, any child that comes from me is his sibling. Not if you have a baby. Because at the time, Jackson's not even adopted. Number one. My rights hadn't been signed over. Number two. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? You fucking senile, crazy, delusional bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? And that's what I said to her. I said, who is Jason's brothers? This heifer gonna say Nehemiah. And those of you who know Cora, and y'all know who the fuck Nehemiah is. Y'all know who the fuck Nehemiah is. Somebody tag Ashley Williams. Somebody tag Ashley Williams. Somebody tag Tiara. Somebody tag Brittany Hall. Tag them all. Tag them all. Nehemiah. For those of you who are on the live and don't know who Nehemiah is this son that she has dreamed about since she was a child. And then she's always wanted her child named, her firstborn son named to be Nehemiah. That's who the fuck Nehemiah is. But she gonna tell my son Jason that his brother Liam came so that Jason's real brother could come. Bitch, his real brother is here. He had a real brother before Liam. Because you got Jada before Jason. And you got Jadion, my son that died, before Jason. And then you got Liam after Jason. Like, bitch, you're delusional. You're crazy. You're fucked up in here. My exact thoughts at that present time. But mind you, this is after all of the manipulation. This is after all of the seeds that she's planted over the past, 1 or 2 years. This is everything that she is planting. So I tell her, well, Liam is Jason's real brother. And then she was like, no, I mean, like, his real brother, because you didn't have Jason for you. You had him for us. So if I have a child, that would be his real siblings. That's how sick now this bitch was talking to me. That's when I knew at that present time I had to get the fuck about their house. Not only just that, the way they was treating me, the way they were handling me, I ain't never did nothing to these people. I ain't never caused these people no grief. I ain't never caused these people nothing. But they started handling me like I was a nothing ass bitch, and my family was a nothing ass family. They lied to the judge and lied to the courts and said that while I was living with her, I never paid for anything when I would put $800 worth of groceries in her house every month. I would pay her anywhere between $200 and $400 every fucking month. But everybody that stayed with her before them didn't help, didn't give a damn, including her godson Archie, who we've had many conversations with, and he'll lie. He'll lie because he gonna ride or die with them wrong or right. He'll lie. But Archie Scott, okay, we've had many conversations, and he's seen and know that what the fuck they doing and what the fuck they do is fucking wrong. But yet he stood with it. Yet he stood beside it. Let me tell y'all something. What y'all sow is what you reap. And it's reaping season, bitch. It's reaping season, bitch. That seeds that you done planted, that harvest about to come. And it ain't gonna be no good harvest for you, baby. Because when I tell you I'm coming, and hell is coming with me, I'm coming and hell is coming with me because I don't give a fuck anymore. Shit like that. Telling me my son ain't my son. I'm not the mama. My children are not his real siblings. Trying to tell me that I needed to call before I came over to see my own child. Let's get into the conditions of which my son was living in while living in a home, okay? Let's get into those conditions. Why is my son, when he was a baby, y'all got locks on top of his door because y'all was too lazy to get the fuck up and tend to him? Y'all got locks, and it's a whole CPS case. It's a whole CPS case. So eventually I'm going to go get the records and I will make them public to back everything the fuck I'm saying. And there's nothing that they can do about it. It's nothing that they can do about it. Because at the time, I had all the rights to the child. At the time, Jason was still, he still is and will forever be my child. But I'm going to make everything known. I'm going to make it public. What the fuck I'm talking about? Y'all had my baby laying in his feces, laying in shit, laying in piss, because y'all didn't want to get the fuck up and change his diaper in the middle of the night or early in the morning. And y'all got tired of him coming out his room. So y'all put a lock on the motherfucking door to keep him locked in the motherfucking room. To the point where you did get up and finally check on him. Now the bed has shit all over it. Now the bed has piss all over it. And he's just sitting in it. He's just sitting in it. So y'all got a lock on his goddamn door. Then let's take it to another incident. Where my son, you done ran water for my son, or my son and got in the water. Somehow the water is running and now the tub is overflowing. And my child is in there. While the tub is overflowing, my child is in there. He slips and falls, hurt his neck. Brandon responds and say, "Oh, he'll be all right. I was his age too. I slipped and fall and broke and hit my neck, and I was fine." As if Jason is you and you were Jason. Like no. All this different shit is going on in a household. Y'all having random people come and go, come and go. Random people she just now meeting. Like I don't know where the fuck Gaylena came from. But that's her godmama and a prophet. Then you had Rachel and Carl Burnside. They was coming in and out, going in and out, coming in and out. You know, but I don't think they was ever there for her or her real friend. But she was strategic in what she was doing. What she was doing was having people see that Jason was in the home. And while they was there, yes, she'll be the one, quote unquote, tended, but not really tended. That's just so they can be able to say, "Hey, yes, I've seen her do this," when they presented their letters. Because I'll also make that public and display that. Because I'm working right now to get the case unsealed, and I'm also working right now for a new trial. So it will be public. It will be public information. Tag Bishop T.D. Jakes. Since every time I message him, I don't get a response. So tag Bishop T.D. Jakes somebody. Tag First Lady Sarita Jakes somebody. Because I've been messaging these people. I've been reaching out to these people. Been reaching out with no response. With no fucking response. Okay? She had, like I was saying, she'll have other people so they can testify that they did see it, but in reality, that's not what the fuck was going on. To the point where Brittany L. Hall, whose original name is Brittany Turton, before she got married, wrote a whole letter describing, you know, shit that goes on at home, but she was never there for it. But she's sticking beside her friend. But lied to the judge because she was never there. She was never there in the home. I saw Brittany one time in 6 months of me living. Hey, Miss Faison, because I was on Pastor Derek's page too. I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting for my son Jason Lamont Caleb Brown. I'm tired of being ignored. I'm tired of being silent. I'm tired. I am tired. I am a mother, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop because a mother love knows no boundaries, and knows no boundaries, and knows no holds, and I'm tired. Brittany Hall wrote a whole letter to the judge to describe events and things of nature that she was never there to witness, that she was never there to see on her own. Never there. Dearia Lester, or whatever the fuck her last name is now because she got married, wrote a whole letter to the judge in support of CORA, Coleman, and she was never there. She was never there. made me was too scared to stand up and take a stand with me. I've been fighting this shit by my motherfucking self, and I am tired. I am tired of emailing. I am tired of private messaging. I am tired of trying to call because I want to see my son. I haven't seen my baby since 2018. I haven't seen my son since 2018. Every day I'm living with this. Every day I have to hear my children ask me, Mama, when is Jackson coming home? Mama, we miss Jason. Mama, can we talk to Jason? Mama, can you call Jason? Mama, why ain't Cora won't let us see Jason? It's not just about me. That boy got siblings. Never wanted to give him up. They made me give him up. They made me do that. And this is how they made me. Second day of trial. Second day of trial. Now, mind you, we've had 2 trials. The first trial, my lawyer was paid to throw the case. The second day of trial, okay? Before trial even starts. Before trial even starts. Mind you, I'm representing myself. I don't have a lawyer, so I didn't have to study family law. I didn't have to study to make myself equipped. You know what I'm saying? Second day of trial, we get there, right? Before trial started, because the goal was they didn't want me to get on stand. Because if I got on stand, they were going to lose. Because I requested a jury trial because I'm not that dumb. The second day of trial, they come and they like, well, we have a video we want to show. They showed me a video. And it's a video of me smoking. I'm going to say a cigar. Because it wasn't a video of weed being rolled into the cigar being rolled up. It was of me smoking a cigar. And for me, it felt like, well, shit, that's all the evidence they need to get me X'd out. And so they was like, well, it would behoove you to come to some type of agreement. Now, me not knowing the law like I know it now, I said, well, I can't fight with this. So at that present time, I just did an agreement so that I can go back and do whatever I needed to do to come back, not knowing the law, not knowing the statute of limitations, not knowing any of this. But because I needed to defend myself, and I didn't have anything to defend myself at that present time. The second trial, I was supposed to be granted to get more evidence. I was supposed to be able to go subpoena more evidence, and they took that away. In the preliminary hearing, they took that away. Their lawyer lied and said it was a continuation of trial when it wasn't. Down to Shamai Kitchen giving statements. Everybody, all Cora's close friends, gave statements, but none of them was there. None of them. So let's just keep it all the way real, keep it all the way funky. None of them was there, okay? That is the only reason why I came up to an agreement was because of the marijuana. But let me get this out. Cora Jakes Coleman smokes marijuana. Brandon Coleman smokes marijuana. They would have me go get the marijuana for them. So I did not understand why they was trying to use marijuana against me in court to take my baby. That's what I didn't understand. But I understand now. They threw me off my rocker, but you will never be able to throw me off my rocker again. You will never be able to throw me off my rocker again. Oh, now I know the law frontwards, backwards. It don't matter if I have a lawyer or not. I know the motherfucking law now. And I'm tired. Then y'all just broken it up, but I don't give a fuck. I'm tired. I'm tired of this family. I'm tired of them. How do you go and preach about family wellness, family health, family love? But behind closed doors, y'all causing so much grief and strife to families. How do you do that? How crazy to me is during Mega Fest, Cora preached a sermon, and it's out there. It's out there. If y'all can find it, please find it. It might be on her page. She preached a sermon, and on the sermon, she said, and now this is probably a day after, a day after the first trial. She preached a sermon and said that sometimes you have to break the rules, right? Sometimes you have to break the rules to get done what you're trying to get done or achieve what you're trying to achieve. Check it. Check it. And then she turns around and she looks back to her family. Mind you, this is like a day after trial. This is like a day after trial. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Crystal. This is a day after trial. Okay? So you telling the world and me, just in case I ever call wind of it. You telling the world and me that you broke the rules. You paid, you snuck, you connived, we did whatever you had to do to keep my baby instead of just giving me my child. And we wouldn't be here today. To the point where Lisa telling me y'all will argue. And you would say, yeah, you gonna do it, but then turn around and renege and say no. Then how you pack Jason's stuff up? It was like, Jason, you're gonna go live with your real mama, but then you just looked at him and you knew you couldn't do it. Y'all, because y'all know Cora and y'all know she's dramatic. The people that know Cora know she's dramatic. The people that know this has been a long time coming to Mary. And I'm not the only one. And I encourage anybody, any woman, any man, I encourage anybody that has been done wrong, that has been done wrong by this family to speak up. Speak up. Speak up. I will stand with you. I will fight with you. I will fight for you. We will fight together. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. I've been quiet for so long. I gotta keep speaking because it's others. Do you hear me? I'm not the only one. 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 Speak up to the point where, you know, after I had left Cora's house, she had this other little girl, 18-year-old girl. Don't know the girl's name, but I know she had a child. And she goes up to the girl and basically telling her the same thing that she would tell me. Now the 18-year-old girl was going through problems at home. Sometimes she'll run away. So she likes to prey on people that are struggling or going through things where she can manipulate the mind. That's the type of person that she is, okay? That is the type of person that she is. She preys on people, and especially people who have damaged relationships with their mother. She preys on that. She preys on that so hard and so heavy. She tries to present herself as this nice and shining armor, but in reality, she's just as evil as the day is long. This little girl was 18. At 18, you don't even know nothing about the world for real. You know what I'm saying? At 18, everything is heavy. You don't even understand that what's temporary is not permanent. What's current is not a conclusion. At 18, you don't even understand it. But she tried to connive this little girl head and try to tell her the same thing that she told me, that her baby was not for her, that her baby, and in exact words, God told you that baby was not for you, that baby was for me. You're going to leave the baby here. You're going to go home and come back. Verbatim. Taught that little girl that. And I'm not lying. And I will produce receipts. I will produce backup. To the point where while we was in court, and at this time Monet was on my side, so I thought. Cora emailed me and told me that I was making a deal with the enemy, that I was making a deal with the devil. But yeah, here they are, all coupled up, pictures and shit recently on Instagram. But this same bitch was getting ready to testify against her in 2017. But now they all coupled up on Instagram. Remember when I told you they was fucking around? Remember that. Now they all back together. And before Monet was another one. I think her name was Amber or something. I know she was light skinned. She had real pretty eyes. Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I got copies, I got receipts, I got everything. Because I'm not gonna get sued for defamation of character. Because everything I'm saying is facts. And you better believe it. You better bet your bottom dollar on that one. Everything that I'm saying on this live is facts. It's not a lie. It ain't nothing but the motherfucking truth. Right hand to the Father, right hand to my right hand. It ain't nothing but the truth. And I put that on my dead son's grave. These are actual events, actual conversations, actual things that have taken place that this family continues to do. Continues to do. And I'm supposed to sit and let this shit be? Fuck no. I'm not sitting and let nothing be. Especially now, this nigga that sit up here and molested Amari, and y'all want me to be fucking quiet, and my son is in that motherfucking house. I'm not being quiet about shit. Y'all can't shut me up now. Oh no. Y'all can't shut me up now. I ain't shutting up. I ain't shutting up. I ain't shutting up. I ain't shutting up. I am not shutting up. You gonna have to kill me. You gonna have to kill me. You gonna have to kill me. And you gonna have to kill my lineage. Cause they ain't gonna shut up either. It ain't gonna never be over. It ain't gonna never be over until I have my son. Until I have my son. This will never be over. And if I die, I'm telling y'all, I am telling Facebook and the World Wide Web, if Michelle Shortshave, Janice Powell dies, they killed me. They killed me. Their family killed me. They had something to do with it. If I die, and I'm telling y'all right now, if I die, I'm going after for what's rightfully mine, my son. If I die, if I end up dead, if I end up being shot, if I end up being murdered, if it's a car crash, if it's a car accident, if I die in a hospital, they did it. They did it. And don't let up. Don't rest. Don't let up and don't rest. Because they did it. And I'm tired of being scared to speak. I'm tired of being scared to talk. I'm tired of being scared to say some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And you don't get to sit up here and molest children and then try to cover it up. And think people just gonna be quiet about it. Nobody's been quiet about that. Nobody's been quiet about this. I'm going to tell my story. And I'm going to tell it. And I'm going to keep telling it. And I'm going to keep telling it. Until justice is reigned. And so if I have to die behind it, I lay down my life. I will sacrifice my life for my children. You better believe it. I'm that type of mama. I'm that type of mama. Y'all done barked up the wrong motherfucking tree. Y'all done knocked at the wrong motherfucking door. Y'all done fucked with the wrong motherfucking mama. You know why I go so hard for my kids? I try to be everything to my kids that my mama wasn't to me. So I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna keep going hard. I done took my kids from homelessness to living with people, to living in the projects, to now a 4-bedroom, 2-bed, 2-car garage house. You can't tell me I'm not gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. You're gonna have to kill me to shut me up. And if I die, the Jakes did. And that's what I'm telling y'all right now. If I die behind standing up for myself and my children and fighting for my son that's rightfully mine, if I die, they did it. You know the reason why I've been so scared to just finally speak and say something? I'm scared of my life. Because if you can take somebody's child, if you can manipulate a court system, if you can sneak, lie, and do whatever you have to do, ain't no telling what you will do. So if I lose my breath in this earthly realm, in this lifetime, they fucking did it, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, I've been dealing with this if you really want, I've been dealing with this shit since 2014. It's 2022. I've been dealing with this shit since 2014. It's 2022. Everybody that she brought in their house was strictly to take care of Jason because she didn't do. She didn't change the diapers. She didn't get the clothes, wash the clothes. I'm gonna tell you, I went into labor with my youngest child at her home because I was cleaning up behind the whole house. I was cleaning up behind the whole house. I went into premature labor. I was 8 months pregnant when I went into labor, washing and folding their clothes. Anybody that they moved into their house, from me to Brandy's parents, to Artre, to Monet, to Keisha, even when Rachel and Carl was there, anybody that moved into their fucking house was the ones taking care of Jason, not Brandon and CORA. Truth be told, if we want to keep it all the way real and all the way funky, Brandon never wanted no motherfucking kids. Brandon was there for the motherfucking ride. Brandon was there for the motherfucking ride. Brandon was there because he thought he was gonna get on. Brandon ain't never really loved the girl. Ain't never really loved the girl. All her real friends, like me and Keisha and other real friends she had, he got into her ear to push us all the way. I remember Keisha living with them. Keisha taking care of Jason. Keisha doing everything for Jason, including her 2 boys. I guess Brandon started feeling some type of way because he was locked up in his room all motherfucking day. My baby was locked up in his room all motherfucking day. I lied to you fucking not. Brandon got mad because Keisha didn't take no advances that he was throwing her way. Brandon was trying to get Keisha on the cool, but Keisha wasn't fucking with. So you know what Brandon do? Brandon get into Cora's ear, whatever he had to say to her to make her put Keisha and her sons in. Oh yeah. Put another mother and her children out. Put another mother, I will name, put another mother and her children out of their home. Ship them wherever they sent them to. To this day, my friend still ain't got them beds. Keisha, you got your beds. She still ain't got no beds for her children that she was promised. But every time somebody didn't go along with what they wanted, what they were saying, what they were doing, they got put the fuck out. They got put the fuck out. If you wasn't a team player, you got put the fuck out. Oh, and because she reached out to me about Jason, but it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that, because in private messages, she talking about, oh, yeah, and Keisha this, Keisha that, and Brandon trying to say that you was trying to advance it. Bitch, I knew that was a motherfucker lie. Don't nobody want Brandon ass. Okay, period. Because you know why, Keisha? You did what the fuck you was supposed to do as a parent. But nah, these people are not the people y'all think they are. Okay? And it's a whole lot more to this story. This is just all I can get out right now. But I'm gonna keep coming. Baby, you gotta we talking about Jason, Crystal. You already know the story about Jason. We talk about Jason. There's a lot of people that know, and there's a lot of people that don't know. But the world got to know now. Oh, the world is about to know now. The world, if anybody ever doubted me, if anybody ever felt like I was lying, Rashonda, if anybody ever said Michelle lying, no, but y'all better find out now. Y'all better find out now. I don't give a let me tell you something. I don't care if they come at me behind my background. Yes, I'm a felon, an ex-felon for theft. Yes, I did do that back in 2012. Yes, I did. It's been over 10 years at this present time. It's been 10 years at this present time. Yes, I did. Yes, I was homeless. Yes, I was. Yes, I was living with Cora, my mama, trying to get stable, because when you are a felon, it is very hard for you to get a place to stay and your own fucking name. So I had to do whatever the fuck I had to do. And I did whatever the fuck I had to do, to the point right now where I can lay my head in my own master bedroom, in my own 4-bedroom upstairs, downstairs house. So I did whatever the fuck I had to do for them 7 years. You goddamn right I did. So they can come at me about, oh, Michelle smoked weed. Yep, sure did. And I smoked it with you. And I smoked it with you. And I bought weed for you because you asked me to. And your husband bought weed. Both of y'all bought weed. Corey, you came with me to buy weed, and you were the one purchasing weed. So let's go. Let's go, bitch. Run it. Run it. However you want to run it, run it. Because I'm not scared. Something about the devil. I don't give a fuck about said. I ain't been in trouble since. I ain't been in trouble since January, when I went to turn myself in on a 75-day sentence, and I only did 3 weeks because of good behavior, and I went in working. I guess they call it, I forget what they call it. I got a 3-for-1 instead of a 2-for-1. I went in and I was working as I was working with the officers when you come in and get booked. I was doing paperwork, bitch, in the jailhouse, because that's what type of mind I got. Bitch, I wasn't sweeping and mopping off floors. I was in the office with the deputies doing paperwork while I was serving my sentence, okay? A trustee. That's what they call it, a trustee. That's the only thing that y'all can come at me and say, bitch, and I don't give a fuck, run it. I'll tell the world my motherfucking self. Yes, I did. Yes, I did through 3 weeks. I did through 3 weeks, really, in January 22nd, 2000 and motherfucking 13, came out February 14th, 2000 and motherfucking 13. Ain't been in trouble with the law since, other than minor tickets. Other than minor tickets, all you want to talk about marijuana. Did I smoke marijuana while I was pregnant with my son? Yes, I did. I smoked marijuana while I was pregnant with Jason. Yes, the fuck I did. I sure did. And that's public record. That's public record. I'm not asking the phone, Amy. That's public record. That's public record. It's public record. Was a CPS case called on that? Yes, it was. Was I still able to keep my child? Yes, I was. Yes, the fuck I was. The only person that took my child from me, it wasn't even the motherfucking government. The government didn't take my child, because let's be real. Baby, weed is a herb. And it gotta be a lot more than motherfucking weed for the government to take your motherfucking kids. That bitch took my child. That bitch and her family took my child. That bitch took my child. Not the government behind no motherfucking weed. So can't nobody tell shit on me. Can't nobody tell shit on me. I'ma tell it all like it T.I. is. If y'all know who my motherfucking mama is, Lucretia Jennings pal, then y'all already know how the fuck I'm coming and how the fuck I'm stepping. I don't give a fuck no more. I don't give a fuck no more. I'm gonna tell it all. I'm going to tell it the fuck all. Yeah, she took advantage of me. She coerced me. She put me under duress. Do you understand? Documents that I signed was under duress and coercion. Not because I wanted to. Not because to. That bitch looked me in my eyes and told me, and she cornered me in the corner of her husband's office upstairs and told me that if I did not give Jason to her, she was going to take him from me. Okay, Amy, I'll stop cussing. If I did not give Jason to her, she was going to take him from me. Y'all, when I tell y'all I was scared out of my mind, I was scared out of my mind.
Sorry about that, yeah.
Because I knew that she knew that I came from not such a stable home, that I've had physical altercations with Judge Faith is the one. Oh, we gonna get to Judge Faith. I'm running down through there. We gonna get to Judge Faith, the previous attorney general. Oh, we're gonna get to Judge motherfucking Faith. We gonna get there. Crooked as all get out. Evil and dirty as all get out. Judge Faith was the one originally on that case and had to get off that case because it was a conflict of interest. Let's talk about it. But we gonna get to Judge Faith. Yeah, now you can keep talking, Crystal. You can keep talking. You can keep talking and let it all out. Because baby, when I tell you I'm not stopping, I'm not stopping. I'm not letting up. I'm not letting up. Y'all tag, share, tag, share, tag, share. Tag and share, tag, share, tag and share. Because I cannot fathom another family to go through what I'm going through right now. Do y'all know how many emails I send to my son Jason a day? Or every other day? Or every other week? Or every other month? How many times I still try to call the number that I have for him on FaceTime and I never get an answer? I never get a response. You gotta know how many emails, how many messages I've sent to these people and nobody's responding. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm tired of being quiet. Y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to come to an agreement. Y'all don't want to let me be a part of my son's life. I'm not finna keep going through. I'm not finna keep going through. And you know what? I was scared for a long time because I felt like I wasn't in the position that I needed to be in. I wasn't where I needed to be. But at some point, you got to say, fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. Because when you stand on truth, when you stand on what you know is right, all of your needs gonna be met. All of your needs gonna be met. Every last one of them. All your needs are going to be met when you stand on truth. Whatever you lacking is going to be supplied. Whatever you don't have is going to be given to you when you stand on truth. So I'm at the point right now, I don't care what I have, what I don't have, and even what I may lose. Yeah, is that motherfucking real? Is that real? Is that real? Is that real? You got Judge Faith. So let's get to Judge Faith. And I know it's a lot. You know, and I can't start from the beginning and go down. I'm just telling y'all everything. Judge Faith, okay? If the Potter's House know who Judge Faith is, Texas knows who Judge, yeah, words meaning for me to stop cussing. Everybody know who Judge Faith is. Potter's House know who Judge Faith is. If you go, if you go on First Lady's Instagram page, you're gonna see Judge Faith all up and down her Instagram page. Judge Faith is the one who drew up the signing of the papers, the signing over of the rights. Now, the rights was signed over 2015, but never found. Never found. I never had one conversation with Judge Faith before being made to sign over my rights. Not one. Before a parent signs over their rights, they're supposed to have Just stay in good counsel, right? Meet with the lawyer, meet with the other family. Make sure that this is what you want to do before actually doing it, so that you're sure, so that you're certain. The day of me signing my rights over to Jason, I didn't even know that I was doing it. Didn't even know. Didn't even know, y'all. Didn't even fucking know. I didn't know I was doing it. Cause guess what happened? I woke up that morning. My youngest son, dad was there. I was there. Woke up. It was on his birthday. To add insult to injury, on his first birthday, to add insult to injury, on his first birthday, she did this to me. Mind you, this was after I said that I wasn't taking any money, that I didn't want to give him up for adoption, that I didn't want to do all of this, that I was just mentally unstable and I needed help. That's what I told Cora. I need help. Not, I need you to take my child. I said, I need help. Okay? She took that, turned it around, and took my baby. Okay? So the morning comes. Now, Judge Faith knows you must have a whole consultation, a whole meeting before the actual signing of the rights. How she knows this is because when we went to her office in downtown Dallas, when we went to her office, she said, we normally don't do this like this. You normally have to have a whole meeting and a conversation, basically saying that this is what the mother and father want to do. Y'all, this is my house dress, please. Don't be too hard on what I got. But she was like, and in this case, in this case, we can make an exception, I guess, because it was court. We sit down in the table, and I'm just like, well, what is going on? Now the whole ride there, I don't know where I'm going. Mind you, they like, we just gonna take a ride. We just riding. We pull up. We pull up to Judge Faith's office. This is before who's the wheelchair man? Governor Abbott. He was still Attorney General at this time. This is before he ascended um to governor. Okay. So Judge Faith either was district attorney or attorney general. Some place she took that Greg Abbott was in. Okay. She we go up to the office. We're in the conference room because it's this long table. I'm sitting right here. Liam's dad is right here. Cora and Brandon right here. The notary people are right here, and Faith Johnson is right here. Right now, as soon as I figure out what's going on, I just bust into tears. I'm talking about crying so heavily. District Attorney interim. Okay, Dallas County. That's what that. But this was before she was the District Attorney interim. And funny enough, that she became the District Attorney interim in 2017, I believe, or 2018, one of those. But it was shortly after the case was settled, or not even settled, like through or whatever the fuck. I don't know the right terminology right now. I don't have time for that. But she sat at the table, and I just busted out crying. She was like, Michelle, it really looks like you don't want to do this. I just started shaking my head like this, like I'm just crying, like I am engulfed with emotion because I've already said that I didn't want to do this. Number one, I said it on multiple occasions. Number two, I wouldn't take no money, no nothing. Number three, okay? The number four, you get in my face and you basically threaten me at a time where I'm vulnerable, because if it was Michelle today, I would have got whipped, okay? If it was Michelle in her right mind today, those of you who know me know I would have got with her, okay? So at this point, I'm pressured. I'm scared of what she might have on me, because you gotta remember, this is my friend. So I've told secrets to her. I've told her things that I've experienced or dealt with in my life. of time over time, So I'm legit scared of the hold she has over me. Mm. I am legit scared of the hold that this woman had over me, of the information that she knew about me and my childhood growing up, other things, you know what I'm saying, not knowing that none of that shit matters. But I didn't know that then. You know what I'm saying? So, so, so she, we're sitting at the table. We're sitting at the table, and I just bust out crying. Faye Justin say, you look like, you don't want to do this. And I'm shaking my head. No, I don't want to do this. CORA, Breon Jakes Coleman gets her butt up, walks around there to my man, firmly presses her hand on my back, whispers in my ear, and says, "You are going to do this. You will do this." And the tone she said, like, y'all think I'm being dramatic, but I'm not. It's like, okay, it's like I swear to God, it was like a scene out of a TV show or like Greenleaf or something. Like when I watch Greenleaf, I think about the Potter's House. When I watch Greenleaf, I think about the Potter's House. When I watch A House Divided, I think about the Potter's House. Because that's exactly how that shit is. That is exactly how that shit is. And I lie to you the fuck not. And you're talking about a child that has grew up in the Potter's House from the age of 12 to 20 something years of age. That was my church. When I am watching Greenleaf, I think about the Potter's House. When I am watching A House Divided, I think about the Potter's House. Because that's exactly how those people are. It's a lot of shit going on in the church and don't nobody say nothing about. There's a lot of shit that the pastors and the bishops and everything are covering up and they don't say nothing about. There's a lot of people that has gone to the churches that has been raped, abused, misled, everything. Everything. You feel me? Inside the goddamn church house. So when I watch these shows, because I've lived it firsthand, not because of a story that's been told, but because of what I've lived firsthand, I'm like, I don't go to church to this motherfucking day. You can't get me to step inside of nobody's church. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. Not going to happen. That lady pressed firmly on my back and told me, I will do this. I am going to do this. So when I saw my rights, I never did it willingly. And this has been my story since 2015. Nothing in my story has changed. It has not been no added fact. Because see, when you lie, you got to remember the lie that you told to keep lying. You got to remember that lie. I don't have to remember nothing that I'm saying because it's the truth. So it's just going to come out naturally. It's just going to flow. And every time you ask me or every time it's brought up, it's going to be the same motherfucking story. It's not going to be anything different in the story other than what the truth is. Because I don't have a reason to lie. They got every reason to lie because of what they have to protect. Their name, their legacy, how they're being viewed by other people. Like, I ain't got shit to protect like that. I ain't got nothing to protect like that. I ain't got nothing to protect like that. It's kind of, you know what it feel like? It feel like when Ja Rule and 50 Cent was arguing, right? Ja Rule shouldn't even argue with 50 Cent because he had everything to lose and 50 Cent had nothing to lose. That's where I'm at right now. I don't have nothing to lose, but everything to motherfucking gain. That lady, sorry, I was just kidding. That lady did that, put her hand on my back and told me that I was going to do it. I will do it. I basically didn't have no choice but to do it. No choice at all but to do it. Made me sign my race over. But mind you, it was never turned in. It was never filed. It didn't get filed until September 15th or September 18th of 2017, the weekend that I was supposed to have Jason, that I was supposed to get Jason. Now, this was signed in 2015. It didn't get filed until 2 years later because prior to September, in June or July, she had kicked me and my kids out. She kicked us out knowing that we didn't have nowhere to go. We didn't have a place to stay. I had just got a new car. She kicked us out. You know where I had to go and live? Pregnant. After I had my baby, you know where I had to go live? You know where I had to go to? A hotel. I had to go to a hotel because the person didn't want me there, and it wasn't really her. It was really her husband, Brandon. That nigga, up until the whole week until leaving, he would ask us every day when we were leaving, and where were we going, and when could we leave. Every single day after I didn't cook for y'all, after I didn't clean y'all dirty damn drawers, after I didn't clean this house from top and bottom, after you didn't took my son, after I didn't put $800 a month for 6 months of groceries in your home, after doing everything that you asked me and everything that you told me to do, after being a real friend, an honest friend, and a true friend, kick me and my children out on the curb, on the street, and was fine and content when I told them, well, I'll just go to a hotel. Anything to get me out of the way, because if I'm with my child for 6 months, y'all can't say that y'all had total care, custody, and control. Because I was living in the home, right? So it was all a setup. It was all a setup. It was all a setup. So the best thing that you could do was get me out of the home. Wait a little while and then file. Right? So because by law, if I was in a home for more 6 or more months, and I say no, I don't want to, get my rights up somewhere, it's nothing that y'all can do. It's nothing that y'all can do. The only reason why y'all went and filed, Judge Faye, bitch ass. The only reason why she went and filed the paperwork of the signing of the rights over in September 2017 is because I was getting Jason. And they wanted to have something. They wanted to have something in the court, right? They wanted to have something in the court, there to for their safety net. For their safety net. You see what I'm saying? So I get Jason, and then they send Jason on the tablet. I turn that bitch off because I'm like, y'all not finna monitor me with my son. And then I just start thinking like, why are they being so angsty the way they're being angsty? I'm just spending time with Jason, right? Okay, they being angsty because it's a plan, and she knew that at that present time, if I remember y'all, she went and told the world that I had kidnapped Jason. Remember that, y'all. She went and told the world that I had kidnapped Jason that Sunday after church in 2017. And she got on live, and she got on Twitter, and she got on Facebook, and she made all these messages. Yeah, she came to my mama house. I'm finna get that crystal. I'm finna tell it all. I'm telling it all today. I'm telling it all today. She went live. She went on Instagram. She went on Facebook. She went on every social media post and told the world that I had kidnapped my son. Okay? That I had kidnapped my son. How the fuck do I kidnap my son, my own son? How do I do that? He's my child. But mind you, back to the story. Back to the story. I ain't scared of him either, sister. I ain't scared of him either. I ain't scared no more. If you can't look in my eyes and in my face and in my body demeanor, I ain't scared of y'all asses no more. So hit me with your best shot. Bitch, you're gonna have to kill me. And that's on all five of mine. You're gonna have to kill me. Because I am not letting up and I ain't scared of y'all. So So she tell the whole world that I kidnapped my son. Bitch, but you dropped him out to me. Bitch, I didn't kidnap my son. You dropped my son out to me. Okay? So then, because she said that I was supposed to have him back at a certain time when it was no agreement of the time. Then they pulls up to my house. Shane, Cora, Amari was in the court record. Shane, Cora, Amari, and Brent pulls up to my mother's house. Pulls up to my mother's house after I had just, it was like 11 o'clock in the morning. Just woke up, because mind you, we was out with the kids the night before. We was all at my sister's house or whatever. Pulled up to my mother's house. Yep, like it was yesterday. Pulled up to my damn mama's house. She got out the car all big. It's when she was fat. She got out the car all big. They broke into my mother's car that was sitting in her driveway. They broke into her car first. Then she comes, but I see them trying to break into my mama's car. That's when because I can see out the window. That's when I come out the house. And I'm like, what the fuck y'all going? You're trying to take my son? It was this whole big old shebang. The bitch, I'm trying to stop cussing. The girl gets out the car. Cora Breon Jakes Coleman gets out the car and lunges at me as if she was about to hit me. If I'm lying, I'm dying. If I'm lying, Lord, strike me down right now. The girl lunges at me like she was about to hit me, as if she can whoop my ass. Bitch, you can't whoop my ass on my birthday. Okay. As if she was going to whoop my ass. She better be glad her husband was there because he swooped her up. He swooped up. And she yelling and cussing and doing all this while Amari in the court. And she said, see, Amari, I told you we shouldn't have let Jason come. And Amari looks to her mom verbatim and says, Mommy, you were right. We shouldn't have let Jason come. You putting kids in the middle. Something that I never do, by the way. I don't involve kids in grown people's mess. Okay, you don't do stuff like that. You, hey Nicole, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Hope all is well. She tells that to Amari, right? And so then we yelling, we going back and forth, and they're really trying to convince me to let Jason come out the house. Now, I didn't know the law like I know the law now. If I would have knew the law then states it didn't matter if they filed their paperwork. I was never served in a court order. So basically, it was null and void. They hadn't had Jason for 6 or more months by themselves, so it was illegal for them to file that paperwork anyway. Okay, that's number one. That's number two. Number three, had I known that I could have kept my son right then and there, because see, I was thinking because the rights were served that in order for me to fight, that I would have to go to court. When really, I didn't even have to do that. According to the law, I could have just kept my son. Okay, Dominique, you can message me, private message me. According to the law, I could have just kept my son. Right? According to the law, they didn't have anything on me. That's why the laws never came. The laws never came. And mind you, Bishop's on the phone. So if y'all want to go there and probably think that, oh, Bishop didn't know the first thing. Oh, they knew. They knew. Bishop was on the phone. I lied to you not. Thomas Dexter Jakes Sr. was on the phone with Cora Breon Jakes Coleman the whole time this shit was going down. The whole time this shit was going down, okay? So he knew what the fuck was going on. If he didn't know before then, he definitely knew that what the fuck was going on. Okay? Share, tag, share, tag, share, tag. Please, y'all. Please share and tag. Please share and tag this video. 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 Okay? So Bishop Thomas Dexter Jake Sr. knew what the fuck was going on. Thank you, Amber. I love you. They knew what was going on. He was on the phone. He was on the phone with his daughter, and she was at my mother's house acting a goddamn fool, threatening to call the law and things. Okay? So he knew. He knew what was going on. Okay? So then we arguing. I go back in the house. I come back outside. I'm sitting on the porch. By this time, my brother pulls up. No, my brother pulls up after my Aunt Trina. My Aunt Trina pulls up. I'm sitting in the car, and she like, see, the thing is, in this instance, I wish I would have listened to my mom, but because of Thais Jackson, please private message me, please. I would be glad to do an interview and tell my story. Um, I should have listened to my mom at this point, but because of the history of me and my mom, I didn't know who to trust. You see what I'm saying? And I felt alone. I felt like I was backed into a corner again. You know what I'm saying? So my Aunt Trina pulls up and she's like, Michelle. She said, Michelle, you really don't have to do nothing. You don't have to give your baby back. Now, mind you, at this point, I hadn't told nobody that I had was coerced into signing my rights over. So nobody knew at this point. So I'm just quiet. And at that time, I would battle with things and I would deal with things internally, and not speak on it, just deal with it on the inside. And I'm like that to this day. And I go off into like, I call them disappearing ants. And if I just fall out the face of the earth because I deal with my shit on the inside, you know. Yes, there's a lot of stuff going on in the church, girl. And they're covering up rape, they're covering up molestation, they're covering up robbery. It's just, I was depressed with everything, trying to find my way as a young mother. You are absolutely right. And to be put in that situation and for that narrative to be spun the way that it was spun, it's just not right. And I wouldn't wish that on no mother. I wouldn't wish what I'm going through on no mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not wish that on no mother. At this time, I hadn't told nobody about the signing of the rights, So even though they was coming at me with this information, I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it was nothing that I could do. That the only thing that I could do was give Jason back and go fight in court, which is what I did. I gave Jason, ultimately, I gave him back to Brendan and Shane because Bishop told Cora to drive off. I don't know what I have right now, Princess. I just know that I can unseal the case and I can get a new trial. That's the only thing that I've discovered in research to this point. You know what I'm saying? But Bishop made Cora drive off. So at this point, it's just Brandon and Shane at the house. And I'm talking to my aunt Trina in the car, and I'm like, she was like, all you gotta do is get Jason at the house, give me Jason, and I will drive because it's called a transfer, right? It's not kidnap if it's transfer from one to the next, and you're giving your case. So then it's not kidnap. That's why she couldn't file kidnap charges. So, and in order for
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. Let me just say, do you believe first off, and I mean really believe it. First off, I want to say salute to Ratchet TV. That's where I seen this story at. As a mother, as a mother, this is the saddest thing I've seen, but I needed to listen to her in full, tell her story. Um, there's a lot to this that makes no sense. I remember back when I was younger, and I remember when Women There Are Loose came out with TD Jakes. I remember the Mega Fest. I remember a lot of it. But let me tell you, after listening to this young lady, I know that she's telling the truth. As a mother of five myself, to carry a child 9 months and have him taken from you, that would drive a lot of women insane. To know that I have a child that I can't see. And don't get me wrong, because there's a lot of women that have given their children up for adoption, signed their rights over. But as I listen to Michelle's story, I can't help but understand when she says that she signed that paper. And maybe she did sign that paper. Why did it take so long for it to get filed? These are things I'm going to address. Because in any court, everybody needs to know this one thing. Unless you just tell those people, I don't know who his dad is. But if Michelle had any information, excuse me, regarding the father of Jason, her son, when they made Adam, they made Eve. When they made a mother, they made a father. One parent can't sign over rights. Both parents have to sign over rights. If that child's father was in prison, they would have to locate him. The only way this father would not have the opportunity to say, no, I'm not giving my child over. Or maybe he was paid off. Who's to say? I believe this girl's story, the way that she explained it, was heartfelt and truthful. But I'm not going to stay on here long. I just wanted to give a salute out to Ratchet TV for covering the story, bringing it to light. Hey, I'm out here, Queen Tanya. Please leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts on what she said in depth. We always see bits and pieces, but we never know the full story. As I listened to her the other night on a live platform, it's come to my own conclusion that this woman is telling the truth. Stand 10 toes down and don't give up that fight. With that said, my name is Queen Tanya. This is Queen Tanya TV. Please like, share, and comment. And again, Happy New Year's to everyone. God bless you. And have a very, very safe 2024. Good night.